Good afternoon. I would like to call this meeting to order. Today's date is April 17, 2025. First, I would like to welcome our ad hoc board members who are joining us today. Representing the Stark County Board of Commissioners, Stark County Commissioners Board President Janet Weir-Creighton, welcome, thank you for being here. And representing Washington Township Fiscal Officer Jimmy Jones, welcome, thank you. Our first order of business is the roll call, which will be conducted by Jeff Jones, the board's legal director.
Chair French.
Here.
Department of Agriculture.
Present.
Department of Health.
Here.
Department of Natural Resources.
Here.
Department of Development.
Here.
Environmental Protection Agency.
Here.
Senator Smith.
Here.
Senator Wilkin.
Yes.
Representative Holmes.
Here.
Representative Rader. Here. Ad hoc board members, President Creighton.
Here.
And Mr. Jones.
Here.
Chair French, we have a quorum.
Thank you. The next order of business is approving the minutes from the meeting of February 20th, 2025. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes as prepared?
Move to approve.
Is there a second?
Motion second.
Are there any comments or discussion on the minutes? Okay. Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Is anyone opposed? The minutes as prepared are approved. Next, we'll go to our cases with Judge Walstra. Item number 1, case 24830 ELBLN, AEP Ohio Transmission Company, Inc.
In this second order on rehearing, the board denies the application for rehearing filed by intervening local landowners.
Is there a motion for approval? Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Is anyone opposed? Item number 1 is approved. Item number 2, case number 23931 ELBGN, Stark Solar LLC.
In this opinion and order, the board denies the application of Stark Solar for a certificate of environmental compatibility and public need for the construction, operation, and maintenance of the proposed solar-powered electric generation facility.
Is there a motion for approval? Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Yes, Representative.
Thank you. You've got a button.
Yeah, the button on the,
On the base there.
and then it should turn green.
Okay. Thank you. Kind of new to this operation, but I appreciate the help. Just have a couple quick clarifying questions, and we talked about this a little bit in advance, so I appreciate you being available to answer my questions. I'm really fortunate that we have some board members here to maybe highlight for me a little bit about how when the board's considering local opposition in its interest in its analysis, what weight is given to the content of those comments as opposed to the volume of those comments? Just want to get a little bit of idea of how you look at that.
Sure, thank you for that question. I will defer to Judge Walstra for the answer.
Thank you. Comments in general, they're not the ones that are filed on our docket. Those are not considered evidence. We certainly review all of them. They're informative for us. We consider their content. For us, usually it reinforces what, say, the local governments tell us or what other witnesses may tell us. So it's more of a supportive piece for us. Whether it's, obviously, if there's a lot saying one thing, it speaks loudly for us. But in general, it's not considered direct evidence, but just reinforces other opinions that are put out there.
Okay, good enough. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Any other discussion? All right. Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Is anyone opposed? Okay. Item number 2 is approved. Item number 3, case 241137 ELBGA Big Plain Solar LLC, please.
In this order on certificate, the board grants the application filed by Big Plain Solar to further amend its certificate in order to allow for agrivoltaics through sheep grazing at the electric generating facility in Madison County.
Is there a motion for approval?
To approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Is anyone opposed? Item number 3 is approved. Item number 4, case 2590 ELBGN Power Connects, Inc., please.
In this entry, the board gives leave to Power Connects to file an application pursuant to the accelerated 90-day review process enumerated under revised code 4906.03F2.
Is there a motion for approval?
To approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Senator Smith?
Thank you very much, Madam Chair and members of the commission. So this was, as you all know, and probably a lot of the folks in the audience know, we've had Senate Bill 2 come through our Senate Energy Committee that Senator Wilkin and I serve on, and also then House Bill 15 And we heard concerns raised by a member of the public for both pieces of legislation on sort of adequate time needed when gas energy generation facilities get built to power data centers. And the concern that this member of the public had essentially was, will there be adequate time for residents to have their concerns be heard before things are cited and moved along? And so I guess I'm wondering if you could speak to that broadly, but then also kind of speak to the zoning in this particular instance. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Senator Smith, for that question, and I will ask Judge Wallstra to address it, please.
Sure. Under this statute, 496.03 F2, which is already approved and in existence, that gives the board 90 days to review. Staff would file a report. We'd still allow for intervention, for comments. So that would also give the board authority. So we could suspend that if we wanted to. And then we'd have 90 days to do a formal action. So in that time, we could do a hearing, give more extensive due process if need be.
Thanks very much. Can you speak to Gino about the zoning in this particular instance? Thanks.
Sure. I think this area it's located in New Albany. I know it's in there from what they propose in the New Albany International Business Park. From what I've seen, it looks to be an industrial area. They have not filed their application yet. As in the proposed order, they still have to demonstrate that they're in the properly zoned area before we could actually go forward and approve it under the statute.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Senator. Is there any discussion, any other discussion? Okay, hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Is anyone opposed? All right, item number 4 is approved. That brings us to the end of our agenda. Are there any additional comments from board members or staff? Okay, thank you. We are adjourned. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.